Life's lessons. I was absolutely horrified. My mom had just told me I would be starting kindergarten in a few weeks. She informed me all of the kids that I'd grown up with, Bobby, Kenny, Michael, and Ricky, would be attending St. Patrick's Catholic School, while I would be attending Dublin Elementary, the local public school with my neighbor, little Betty, who was a year older, so she wouldn't even be in my class. I would know no one and would have to make new friends. This was not something I looked forward to, and it was a huge stress in my young life for the next few weeks. I knew my friends went to a different church on Sunday, but had no idea it would determine where we went to school. I went to the community church where everyone was invited, and each Sunday we sang, "Jesus loves the little children of the world." I was sure I was one of those little children, and hand-painted a ceramic figurine for my mom saying exactly that. Well, the first day of school came, and we loaded in the old Chevy and headed for the school several miles away. Dad drove with Mom in the passenger seat and me between them. Mom had dressed me in my best shirt with the little boats on it, jeans with cuffs, and my new leather shoes. My mom wore a long skirt that day that draped to her ankles. These long skirts were special to me. You see, my dad worked nights at General Motors, so I was home with Mom in the evening. Sometimes she would let me stay up late to watch shock theater, which was the classic horror movies of the time. When this happened, Mom would sit on the couch and I would sit on the floor between her feet watching TV. And when the scary parts came, I would pull that long skirt over my head until just my face was sticking out. This is how I felt safest. It seemed like the trip to school took about 20 seconds, and before I knew it, I was walking in the door with Mom while Dad waited in the car enjoying a lucky strike. The hallway seemed to be a mile long and filled with kids and parents, all signing up to be run through the U.S. education system. It was scary to me. Mom took me to the principal's office, where I was sure my demise would take place. The principal was a scary man. He was heavy-set with thick glasses and a brown suit. Most of his hair was missing, and he had a very serious look about him, no smiling allowed. While Mom made the arrangements for the handoff, I found a back door to the principal's office and made a run for the car. Upon arriving at the car, my dad said, "Boy, you better get back in that school." Realizing she had an escapee, Mom wasn't far behind and led me back to what I was sure was the gallows. Going back down that long hallway, I spotted a woman. She looked much friendlier than the principal. I didn't know it yet, but Mrs. Franklin would be my kindergarten teacher. Her smile lit up the whole building. About halfway down that hallway, my mom pulled me aside and bent down to talk to me. She told me one of the most important things I would ever learn in my life when she said, "Just be nice and people will like you." The way she looked at me, I could tell this was very important and needed to be something that I could do. Then she took me on down the hall and passed me off to Mrs. Franklin and her big smile. I watched and wiped my eyes as her long skirt and my childhood safety swayed down the hall. Somehow, Mrs. Franklin already knew my name and welcomed me to the classroom. I had never seen so many kids my age in one place, but now I knew the secret. Just be nice and people would like me. So I did, and they did. I got through that first day and even saw little Betty when we went out for recess. This made me feel more at home. Mrs. Franklin was a lot like my mom, kind and loving, down to earth and authentic. The day went by fast, and soon Mrs. Franklin walked us to the buses, and somehow she knew my bus was number 6, where I sat next to little Betty and headed home. The bus let us off in front of little Betty's house. I was amazed how all these adults seemed to know where we lived and when to stop the bus. The bus stop was a short jog to my home. My friends and I met in the ball field next to my house to tell the stories of our first day at school. My buds told me they said prayers and were afraid of someone called Nun. It sounded scary to me. As time went by, I started to enjoy school and looked forward to going. I made many friends and realized how important my mom's words were to me and what a huge impact they had on my life. My mom could give a good lesson to people of the world today. Just be nice and people will like you. It seems simple, but what a better world we would have if everyone would practice my mom's life's lessons. Life's lessons.